And we're live. I
Well,
remember
get after
one
it,
time
Lincoln.
I lost an argument about hottest first ladies. And I don't know if I ever covered my side of this, like as a retrospective, but they said that Melania Trump was the hottest first lady ever. And without evidence, I was like, can't be, right? And here's where my headspace was. These are presidents of the United States, right? Arguably the biggest winners on planet Earth, right? In the solar system. These are the biggest fucking winners that there are. They must pull some fucking good tail, right?
I think the biggest winners are probably like middleweight champion of the UFC or something like that. You ever see GSP's wife or girlfriend?
No.
Every time GSP's with a woman, it's like, oh my God.
And Woody,
You're a real person?
I will also say that we weren't a world power until after World War II. So if you were Grover Cleveland, I don't think you were knocking down the best pussy in the planet.
Okay, but that was where my headspace was. I was like, these guys are winners in the same way that like Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates is a winner, and that they're gonna get tailed out of their own league, at least physically. And and by the way, the stipulation was not present time, right? That we're gonna measure the first wives at the first wives' peak. Turns out most of these chicks are like below average. Like it,
yeah.
There are not a lot of hot first wives. Jackie O clearly qualifies. Melania Trump does, and then it falls off a cliff.
That is. Yeah. Look at this article. It is so funny that they put Michelle Obama above Melania Trump. Michelle Obama,
did they?
Number one, Melania Trump.
Oh my God!
The author of this doesn't even believe this.
Oh my God!
No one believes that. Like, are you retarded? No, you're just pandering. But but like the interesting ones. First of all, Jackie Kennedy, like, incredible peripheral vision. Her eyes are so far apart.
She's prettier in my mind. I wonder if that's a bad picture.
Number four.
Or if I'm wrong.
Funny you brought up Grover Cleveland, because Francis Cleveland is on number 4.
Okay.
Quite a drop off, which really shows the caliber of first ladies we're working with here.
Also, I don't know if they do the same rule set, which is their peak, right? Because like Nancy Reagan might have been a freaking piece of ass at 21.
Also, women just age horribly. And I'm not talking about them getting chronologically older. I'm talking about go find a 22-year-old from the 70s and she's not attractive. Fuck the 90s and she's not attractive to our eyes anymore. Just the way that makeup and hairstyle and clothing changes. So if we go back to 1821, it's going to be a disaster, even if her bone structure is angelic.
And you can't tell what's going on. The hats are so big. The hair's all over the place.
Taft's girl looks kind of hot, actually.
I'm looking at Helen.
I just thought it was obvious that Melania Trump would be the hottest first lady because she was a professional pretty person for a living. Like that's what she did. She was a model, and also she was a billionaire's wife, not a politician's wife. Who they usually pick those ladies for other things other than their appearance, especially in like the modern era, like JFK's wife was an attractive woman, but his girlfriends were fucking super hot. Like they all were.
Marilyn Monroe.
I don't think she was the hottest one. There was that one chick who was like, was she Swedish or I can't remember.
I'm not positive about this, but I think that in her time, Marilyn Monroe was like that era's version of perfect. I've talked before about how like Christy Brinkley was my teenage version of perfect. If you were to look at her now, you'd be like, this chick has no ass. You have to have a banging ass to be a 2020 hottie. But
that's what I'm saying, Woody. That's my point, that the standards of Marilyn Monroe's era don't hold up now. Carmen Electra was the chick when I was a kid, and now you go follow Carmen Electra on Instagram, she's got a fraction of the followers of like some 22-year-old community college student with an ass job.
Oh, sure.
But even
Carmen Electra's like 50 now.
But like prime Carmen Electra, is she still hot? Because prime Christy Brinkley? I think people would not.
Prime Carmen Electra is incredibly hot.
Yeah, I can see that. My point wasn't too strong there.
It's crazy hot.
My point wasn't too strong.
My point. Mary Todd's a fucking dog.
Like prime Michelle Obama. That's what we got to compare this to. Let's talk about prime Michelle Obama. When she's playing fullback at Ole Miss.
Oh, they're gonna get me. I'm getting a chub over here, man. Stop talking about prime Michelle Obama, the hottest first lady of all time.
It's hard because I'm looking at prime Carmen Electra on my screen right now. I'm not sharing it because she's a Playboy model, but it's all Photoshop, so I don't know what to make of it.
Let me pull.
Like you need candid somehow of her, and
You go to award shows.
Who are the
Like
ugliest
MTV
first
Awards, Carmen
ladies?
Electra, that should do it. But yeah, super hot model, celebrity, hot. For a decade or more.
Are you having a stroke? Super hot model to celebrity hot.
Super hot, super fucking hot. But like if you compare to like George Bush's wife, who's like Laura Bush, like I don't know, she's the hottest mom at like the bake sale, maybe. You know, in her prime.
so,
Lady
to me,
Bird.
I grabbed this
Bird
one because it
Johnson?
shows her ass. Like I think she's super hot. I think that by 2020 standards, that ass is not.
Woody, this is a
weak.
great ass. This is
I
an
agree.
excellent ass.
I agree.
No. See,
Okay, let me let you finish.
you're being misled by the pants, though. Like clearly her calves aren't this big around, right? Like she's wearing pants that do not accentuate her ass.
No,
Let
I
me
can see
hang
that, and I'm with you. But I think that today people look for more ass than this. Am I off?
Hey,
you think I'm off
think
target
you're
on
right.
that? I think
do.
In the 90s, the thing was like sickly skinny, it seemed like, and that has gone out of vogue where now it's more.
you're not
butts.
wrong, but I don't like your negative connotation. No, there was Auschwitz hot. All right.
Do you remember that comparison, Kyle? That like the different female body types.
Yeah.
And like which one? And I think you and I were like, I think I even went curvier than you. And Woody was like that one, number 4, and it's like the 11-year-old boy. It's like, no, the skinny as can be, like a rail.
Hey.
Yeah, that was the style when I grew up.
Kyle, did you pull up just now pictures of prime Carmen Electra?
Yeah.
One thing I will say about her is she strikes at least as being facially natural, which I feel like today the hottest chicks all have work done on their face. So it does feel like jerking off in a time capsule looking back on Carmen Electra, even in her prime here. Now it's all the same Persian guys in Beverly Hills doing the same surgeries. And it makes for really knockout beautiful girls, but there's this homogenous nature to all the top hot chicks you see on Instagram or in Hollywood. And Carmen Electra looks like she's pre that trend.
Also, with the Instagram celebrity, there's so much Photoshop and face tuning, I should say. Photoshop, sort of old school. That,
True, man.
like, these people look, not just face tuning, it hits the body, it hits everything. People look so different in different situations. You did girls who are just fucking unachievably smoking hot, and then you catch them without the filters, and it's like, oh, they actually look like regular pretty people, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Just looking up, trying to find a list of the ugliest first ladies, and like, there's no reputable sources, obviously, but I
want in on this.
I found a forum called The Boxing Scene, and it's a boxing forum. And in the non-boxing discussion, there's something called, is Michelle Obama the ugliest first lady of all time? In this non-boxing area, and it is unbelievably racist to these boxing fans talking. All the comments are from 2011, and it's like I'm clicking on people's profiles, and it's like every other comment is like Pacquiao's like, you know, top 3 GOAT. Don't even come at me, bro. You're a fucking idiot if you disagree. And then it'll be like, Michelle Obama looks like a. It's like, what are you?
That's
What's happening in your mind right now on your boxing forum?
I don't
That's
even know
some-
how to. Go ahead, Danny. Do you want to say something?
Oh no, I was just saying it's impressive doublethink going on that they love a little Filipino man, but they hate a big black woman.
It's hard to
they're very
describe
racist.
Michelle Obama, and you have to be so sensitive about it. But like, it's from the neck down. She's one of the hotter first ladies, right? Like, I think really, it's not a tall order to say that.
Kyle's giving us the eyebrow. I'm gonna
We're
pull up her
comparing her
body.
to like who's the George H.W. Bush's wife? What was her name?
Barbara.
Barbara
Maud or something.
Yeah, and like Barbara Bush is an example where I was like, all right, so clearly we saw her with gray hair, postmenopausal, yada yada yada. What does prime her look like? Because like even HW was the son of a senator. He was rich from the day he was born, rich and powerful. He was King Joffrey as a fucking child. So he must have pulled a hot piece of tail, right? No, Barbara Bush did not peak high.
So I think, what I think happens with these senators' sons and politicians in general is the woman they marry for her connections, almost like it's medieval times, and you need to marry the princess of Belgium or some shit so that you've got the little influence over there. I think they're marrying more for connections and influence and that sort of thing. Their girlfriends are the hot ones.
Yeah.
Like I bet George H.W. had some really hot girlfriends.
Yeah. I have a buddy, totally true, by the way, Kyle. I have a buddy who's really high up in the Manhattan banking scene, and he says if you have too hot of a girlfriend, it becomes a distraction at networking events. If you're just bringing around some bimbo who's a hairdresser or a stripper, it's going to raise eyebrows and it's going to lower your social credibility.
Oh, so you want a properly hot girlfriend. You
Exactly.
know who doesn't play by those rules?
Hot.
Donald Trump. I don't think Donald Trump ever worried that someone thought his girl was too hot.
No, never. He got off on that, walking in and being like, "All these politicians are jealous as hell right now. Look at these frumpy fat bitches."
Dude, remember the inauguration? Remember the inauguration where it's him and his wife and Pence and his wife? And Pence's wife is like 40, 50 pounds overweight and like 5'4" or something like that. I don't know how tall Melania Trump is, but like she's tall.
Like 5'11". Most models are tall.
Like she's really fucking tall, which makes sense because that Barron Trump kid is going to be a fucking 7-footer. It looks like.
Mike Pence has the best hair in the game. It looks great.
It's attractive to bugs.
It just looks great. To bugs? Why? Because it's so bright?
No, he was on camera and there was a bug all over
during
him.
the debate. A housefly came and landed in like this, and he has really gray hair, so it just stood out and stayed there for a while.
Yeah,
it's the only interesting thing that happened in that debate.
I didn't watch always suck. The VP debates always fucking
Mike Pence
suck.
said like 6 things over the course of 4 years. And one of them was like, right before Me Too got big, he's like, "Don't make fun of me for not going to dinner with single women. I'm being careful." And everybody's like, "Fucking prude, dumb bitch." And then suddenly just a cavalcade, an avalanche. And he's just sitting at home with his fat wife like,
I want video of Pence doing that. But yeah, Me Too guy huge, and he looked like a genius.
Kryptonite to anyone who would lie. It's fucking Terry Schiavo. He married Terry Schiavo.
Oh, I just showed him.
I don't think either of them were ready for this photo to be taken. It doesn't.
Dude, he looks handsome to me. He's a good-looking guy.
Looks like he's halfway into a blink.
He has the face of a middle schooler.
Wait, who the fuck is this again?
This is George
H.W. Bush. George Bush Sr.
Oh, that's cute.
And this is
before he was in the CIA.
He looks vampiric.
He's handsome and
very strong bone structure. She's fucking ugly is what she is. She looks like there's something wrong with her.
Why does she have her head like that?
She looks like she was at the school for malformed young women or something like that. Like she looks literally retarded. Like this looks like a little touch of Down syndrome or something.
Hey, I got a game we could play right
That's
now.
where you get George W.
I got a game we can play right now, and I already know the winner. Who is the sexiest male president in his prime?
JFK.
Nope.
Probably JFK would be my. Wait. No, wait. Wasn't Gerald Ford like uber super athlete or something before?
He was.
He was
a
football player.
Football player.
What did Gerald Ford look like?
But he wasn't a handsome man. He looked like Jughead.
No, I know the fucking answer.
Young Gerald Ford.
I'm sticking with JFK.
You know, young Gerald Ford looks pretty fucking good.
It's like I'm trying to figure out how to use
old Gerald Ford doesn't look good, but we're not talking about that. Yeah, look at this here. Perfect.
By the way, it wasn't just JFK fucking Marilyn Monroe. His brother was fucking her too. Everybody was getting some of that.
Yeah, I don't know what this article's about, but there's a little picture in there of him, number 48. Yeah, you can see it. That's Gerald Ford as
very handsome man.
Yeah, see, I'm surprised I thought of him, but if I just thought of him, there have to be other ones. So
I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. Wow, he looks like a fucking.
He's a solid pick.
I'm shocked that they like.
That's FDR, bitch. That's fucking Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
FDR looks like the poster child for like white supremacy.
Dude, he looks like he'd be in an Acne commercial or something about like white strips.
Yeah.
He looks like a modernly good-looking guy. He doesn't look antiquated hot. He looks like a dude who would be walking a bimbo down Melrose Boulevard.
The hair is so good.
I know.
You know
He
what?
is
The hair.
clearly better than JFK.
Yeah. I think you definitely won this. He looks tremendous.
I'm going to agree with you, and it's because I think JFK had those acne scars. You remember? You ever see that? You ever notice he's got a little pockmark thing going on? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, this was my contest, so it was a little loaded. But yeah, that's little known fact. FDR was a fucking 10 out of 10 while he was at Harvard.
I think everybody there was handsome. I want to see the rest of these men. That black dude next to him, very handsome man. Although, hey, look, take a look at this. We were talking about FDR's hair. Look at the guy who is bottom center. All you can see is the top of his head.
Oof, that must be a coach.
That's got to be a coach or something, right?
That's got to be a coach for sure.
They'd be chanting stuff about him at the stadium nowadays.
I Googled this topic, and they said that guy is the hottest, Franklin Pierce.
That's what it says number one here. It's on hottestheadsofstate.com /
Based on a
What I want
painting?
too.
Based on a goddamn painting that he commissioned, and that's as good as it looks. I have this theory about people's profile pictures on dating websites. Like sometimes you'll see a picture and you'll be like, that's kind of borderline. She's cute, but you got to stop and be like, wait. This is the best picture she could muster with all of the free time in the world to take pictures of herself. This is the best image of herself she could muster. The real her is an abomination if she's borderline in these pictures.
Is there
And that's
any
what I think about this guy's painting.
disadvantage to not putting your best foot forward? Did I say that? Yeah, I said that right. Like, do you always want to show, like, what if you're actually an 8 out of 10, but one time, you looked kind of 10 out of 10? Is that the picture you use, or
Absolutely, it's the picture you use. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Because like I don't know. I've met people off dating websites, and I get there and I'm like, your picture was, let's say, an 8 out of 10, and you're a 7 out of 10. Well, I'm like, wow, your personality is so much better in person. I don't care that you've got like a laugh line. You're cool. I like you. I think getting there to the in-person part is the important thing. That's why I only use fake pictures entirely, just a completely different individual.
This website, hottestheadsofstate.com, has a tremendous amount of Justin Trudeau fan fiction. If you just
Justin Trudeau's a handsome man.
That's true. You know who he
Especially
looks
in
a lot like
blackface.
he looks a lot like Fidel Castro. Isn't that weird?
A lot like Fidel Castro, eh?
Yeah. He looks a lot like Fidel Castro. Huh.
Is there
How
something
odd.
I'm missing there?
Yeah, it was like there's like a
Theory?
theory that his mom slept with Fidel Castro.
Holy
and
shit.
That's why he looks like Fidel Castro.
That would explain the brown face thing he did. Would he get excused for that if he were half Cuban?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Of course, Fidel
Cubano?
Castro is Justin Trudeau's dad. That's the title of it. He does look a lot. Look at his nose. He does look a lot like Fidel Castro.
Come on.
Anything that comes out of this website is garbage after
No
their
shit,
hottest
dude.
presidents list.
Oh, Medium? I'm pretty sure anyone can write here. I'm pretty sure I could make an account and just
Like
start
Wikipedia.
coming up with shit.
That should be a bit.
That would be so just spread totally fake, dangerous like diet advice or just something.
You can't do that on the internet.
No, certainly not.